All right, I wanted to make another video. I did get the rear diff disassembled. It was never done it before, so it was a little tough, but you know, you take it apart piece by piece and then you figure it out and make it happen. I mean, YouTube videos always help, but yeah, there it is. So, you know, the grease, or I guess the grease that they put in it, it probably was original. I don't know. I just know that it stinks. It was burnt up. It's you know, it's old. So there is the rear diff. It's a 2.76, or I guess it's a 8 3/4 diff. Or the gear ratio is 2.76. And I guess now I'm on the hunt for a sure grip. So that's what I'm looking for. The seals actually looked good. You can see in there they seem to be holding. The grease that you see at the bottom there, that's just, I think, bearing grease. It also was, you know, black, and here are the shafts, or I should say the axles. I just got the thought of that I'm trying to figure out how I can make sure that I keep the left and right together. So I'll mark this video in my head and as a video documentation that this axle is the driver's side, and that axle is the passenger side, and it's the side that has the lock on it to lock it in place. There's the breather tube. I disassembled the brake line and the I don't know what that's called, block that distributes the left and right. And so yeah, here we are. Now it's about taking all of that old gasket off. The gasket material was definitely married to that surface. I'm using a wire brush attached to a grinder to take it off. I did try a little bit of acetone and goof off, but it's just mechanical removal at this point. There's no way to make it, you know, peel off with any ease at all. So there's that. If anybody does have any information on how to get this separated from this so that I can put in new bearings and a new race, that would be fantastic. But yeah, that's where I'm at in, you know, making it, I guess, a rebuild, if you want to say that. If I don't end up getting a sure grip to replace this, I'll end up just cleaning it up really good and then painting it, and then I'll paint this to match and then slap it all back together and make it happen. I think the hardest part is just not knowing what I was doing. You know, I had never done this before, but you just, you know, figure it out. And if you have the drive, then you make it happen. So it's one of those things, man. You just do it and put it back together the way you took it apart. There's a mechanic that's in the area that, you know, I talked to him, and, you know, I was hoping for some tips, and then I just asked the question to see if it was something that seemed reasonable. I wanted to see what he would charge me to put, or to rebuild the whole rear diff. And he quoted me right around $1,000, which in my opinion, that's a little much, especially when you can get, you know, all of the bearings and seals and everything for right around $200. I guess it's the labor, and you know, I do work as a detailer, so I know that you're not buying the parts, you're buying the 30 years of experience. And so when I quote people for, you know, detailing, I get that they have to understand that they're not paying for, you know, the chemicals that I'm using to detail their car. I'm actually asking them to pay me for the amount of knowledge and time that I've gained, and you know, the outcome is going to be a result of that. So but anyway, $1,000 to rebuild. I think I'll do it myself. I've inspected the ring gear and pinion from the distance that I can, and it seems to be in good shape. There is no chips or cracks as far as I can see. I will go in it with some brake clean to make sure I get everything out of there, all the old gear fluid and all that, and then just do a better inspection in daylight, I guess. Maybe I'll drag it outside and take a closer look at it, but upon first glance it doesn't look like it's in bad shape. So anyway, just another quick update of where I stand on the rear diff, and yeah, here we go. Thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Let me know if you guys have any questions. Thanks.